Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is our final. This is the Merseyside Challenge Cup final between cricketers from Liverpool and Collywobblers from Ormskirk. Our question person is Cliff Horton, our scorer is Jim Eccleston, and our timekeeper is Howard. And I believe that Collywobblers have won the toss and have elected to go first.
Okay, it's set by the triumvirate and it's correct as at the 8th of May this year. Okay, so we're ready. All rounds are general as normal. So, Mike, from a Latin phrase meaning under penalty, what name is given to a writ summoning a person to attend a court procedure? Subpoena. Subpoena for two. Graham, which Japanese politician was assassinated in July 2022 whilst giving a speech in Nara, allegedly on religious grounds?
Abe.
Shinzo Abe. Two. Gary, often seen as the guest judge on TV shows like MasterChef and the current host of BBC Radio 4's The Kitchen Cabinet, what is the name of the man who is the food critic of The Observer?
Rayner.
Jay Rayner. Chris, prior to Florence in 1865 and Rome in 1871, which city was the first capital of the modern-day Kingdom of Italy? Ravenna. Not Ravenna. Team.
Not Milan.
Not Milan. Over.
Turin.
Turin. Right for one to Mike. Steve. Who was the skipper of the first all-female crew in the 1989 Whitbread Round the World Yacht Race?
Time.
Team. No, that's it over.
Tracy Evans.
It was Tracy Edwards. Mark. Andy, which famous lighthouse is situated on a reef 10 miles south of Rain Head and protects vessels approaching Plymouth Sound?
Sorry, I didn't know I didn't hear the
Which
start of
famous lighthouse
that.
is situated on a reef 10 miles south of Rain Head and protects vessels approaching Plymouth Sound?
Needles.
Not Needles, team.
Eddystone.
Eddystone, to Mark. And Pat, the world's oldest surviving truss bridge and the oldest wooden covered bridge in Europe, which footbridge in the Swiss town of Lucerne is notable for its 17th century interior paintings?
Kapellbrücke.
It is the Kapellbrücke. And Mark, Fraser Nelson is the current editor of which weekly magazine? Fraser Nelson.
Radio Times.
Not Radio Times.
Okay.
Spectator.
The Spectator. That we want to do. So, round one.
In round one, Collywobblers scored 5. Sorry, 7. 7, and cricketers scored 5. 7-5.
Yeah. Right, round two. Mike, with the atomic number 78, which element gives its name to a group of 6 transitional metals, including ruthenium and palladium?
Lanthanum.
Not lanthanum, see?
Platinum.
It is platinum. One to Pat. Graham, St. Stephen's Basilica, where that saint's right hand is held in the reliquary, is a feature of which European capital? St. Stephen's Basilica.
You say capital.
I do.
Prague.
Not Prague, see?
Go on, Andy.
Budapest.
It is Budapest. Gary, which Scottish Premier League football team plays its home games at Easter Road Stadium? Birmingham. Chris, Frank Calvert and Heinrich Schliemann both contributed to the 19th century excavation of which ancient city in modern-day Turkey that features prominently in works by both Adel Gérard and Homer? Troy. 2 points. Steve, the 2023 Netflix series Queen Charlotte is a prequel to which other famous series on the same channel?
The Crown.
Not The Crown, team. Bridgerton. Walter Knight. Andy, in which South American country is Guarani? That's Guarani. In which South American country is Guarani one of the two national languages?
Paraguay.
It is Paraguay too. But dedicated to the Virgin Mary and containing one of three icons attributed to St Luke, Kikos, that's Kykkos, Kikos Monastery is located in which EU island country?
Cyprus.
It is Cyprus, 2 points. And Mark? Final question in minutes. Made It Mark, Top of the World, is a famous quote from which of James Cagney's films?
Whitehead.
2 points, and then the round 2.
In round 2, Collywobblers scored 6, making 13. And Cricketers scored 7, making 12. 13, 12.
Round 3, Mike. Daniel Radcliffe and Kieran Hines starred in the 2012 movie The Woman in Black, an adaptation of which author's 1983 Gothic horror novel?
Hill.
Hill is correct, 2.
Great.
What was the name of the King's Council, whose reports into bullying by Dominic Raab led to the former minister's resignation?
Time.
Steve?
Gray.
Not Gray, over.
Tolly.
Adam Tolley. Not Gray. 1 to Mike. Gary. By the Sleepy Lagoon is the theme tune to which long-running BBC radio programme? 2 points. Chris, in Norse mythology, what kind of animal is Ratatska? That's Ratatoskr. He is a messenger who lives in the world's tree Yggdrasil.
He's a squirrel.
He is a squirrel. Steve, what informal word for a short amount of time was used in the Middle Ages to denote a period of around 90 seconds? 40 of these made for a solar hour, and 12 solar hours cover the time between sunrise and sunset. I want the informal word for a short period of time.
Iota.
Not iota. Steve?
Terrific.
No. Over.
Moan.
It is an old
That's moment of inspiration.
Andy, the town of Lynchburg, Tennessee, is home to a distillery and visitor centre producing what brand of hard liquor? Famously, the centre is in a dry county, so visitors cannot sample the produce on site. It is Jack Daniels, 2. And Pat, in 1922, Ralph Samuelson was officially credited as the first person to partake in which motorised surface water sport that requires a high degree of balance?
Water skiing.
Water skiing is correct, 2. And Mark, what is the name of the philosophical principle paraphrased by statements such as, the simplest explanation is most likely the right one?
Occam's razor.
For 2 points, and then the round 3.
In that round, Collywobblers scored 7, making 20. And Cricketers scored 7, making 19.
Right, round 4. Mike. First held in Ibiza in 1987, and now popular throughout Europe, the quadrathlon adds which discipline to the traditional triathlon events of swimming, cycling and running? Bal de Moulin de la Galette, and Le Déjeuner des Canaliers, or luncheon of the boating party.
Room 1.
Remember, 2. Gary. Diamonds have traditionally been measured and classified by the 4 C's: colour, clarity, cut, and which other a measure of its weight?
Carrot.
Carat. 2. Chris. Opened in 1843 and one of Europe's most visited theme parks, which park is known for the wooden roller coaster, Luchibane, and the swing ride Starflyer?
Tivoli.
It is Tivoli Gardens. 2. Steve. Which French general referred to the charge of the Light Brigade as the memorable phrase "C'est magnifique, mais ce n'est pas la guerre"?
Boucher.
Sorry?
Boucher.
No. Team?
Bourgogne.
No. Over?
No.
Nay.
Yeah, Bosquet. No, it was special. That was Steve. Andy. In 1908, who referred to the House of Lords as being Mr. Balfour's poodle?
Asquith.
Not Asquith. No.
Lloyd George.
Lloyd Jones. Graham. Pat. Which dream pop band are best remembered for their 1990 album Heaven or Las Vegas, and for the unintelligible vocals of frontwoman Elizabeth Fraser? In 2021, it was announced that they would not be reforming, contrary to rumour.
The Capital Twins.
It is Capital Twins. And Mark, what is the capital of the African Republic of Chad?
N'Djamena.
2 points. Last time.
The end of round 4, Collywobblers scored 4, making 24. And Cricketers scored 7, making 26. 26, 24 after.
Okay. Right, Graham. Developed in Manchester and used in the textile industry, the TOG rating for measuring thermal resistance is most commonly associated with the warmth of duvets, with one TOG being the lightest. What is the highest TOG rating currently marketed?
Five.
Not 5. Steve?
25.
Not 25. Over.
12.
It's 15. Mike. Opened in 1985, factory tours of which dessert company are one of the main attractions of the town of Waterbury, Vermont, near to where the namesake owners still live.
Sorry, could repeat that?
Opened in 1985, factory tours of which dessert company are one of the main attractions of the town of Waterbury, Vermont, near to where the namesake owners still live. Ben and Jerry. Chris, who said, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country"?
JFK.
Okay, 2. Gary, which Prime Minister described the press as having power without responsibility, the prerogative of the harlot throughout the ages?
Wilson.
Not Wilson, team.
Churchill.
Not Churchill.
Okay.
Baldwin.
It was Stanley Baldwin. Andy. At the 1984 Summer Olympics, the heptathlon replaced the women's pentathlon. Name either of the 2 events that were added to the original 5. 200 metres or javelin. 2 points. Steve. In Norse mythology, if Asgard was the name given to the home of the gods, what was the title for the realm that humans inhabited?
Midgard.
Midgard, 2 points. Mark, the new wave pop band the Thompson twins was named for characters in which comic book?
Tintin.
Adventure of Tintin. And Pat, with a size of 105 hectares, 19 world-class roller coasters and more than 100 rides, which Californian theme park in Valencia boasts Goliath, which at 72 metres is the world's tallest roller coaster? What the name of the theme park?
Six Flags?
Six Flags, it is Six Flags Magic Mountain. That's correct, that's in the round five.
Window round 5, Collywobblers scored 5, making 29. And Cricketers scored 7, making 33.
Round 6. Graham. Which actress, who appears in the Apple Plus TV comedy series Ted Lasso as club owner Rebecca Welton, has had recent success as one of the co-hosts of the Eurovision Song Contest?
Haddingham?
Sorry?
Haddingham? Haddingham?
No, I'm past 2.
Go on, Chris.
Waddington. Mike, most quizzes will know that the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand and his wife Sophie was the catalyst that precipitated World War I. But which Serbian nationalist fired the shots? Team? Brilliant, Chris, prior to a career as a novelist, who held the women's single-handed transatlantic record in 1976 and became the first woman to skipper a yacht in the round the world race in 1977-78?
Ellen MacArthur.
Not MacArthur.
Okay.
Claire Francis.
Claire Francis, 40. Gary, the St. Alexander Nevsky Cathedral, notable for its vivid gold and copper domes, is a feature of which European capital city?
Helsinki.
Not Helsinki, team.
Moscow.
Not Moscow.
Well, Chris.
Kiev.
Sofia.
Oh, lucky. I thought King was it, right?
Andy. Usually consisting of a preamble, commencement and attestation clause, what name is given to a written statement sworn under oath for use in court procedure? There's it. 2 and Steve, who immediately preceded Ian Hislop as editor of the fortnightly magazine Private Eye? Team?
Levin.
Not Levin, no. That's
Richard Ingram.
Richard Ingram.
Yeah, well, that's Eddie Ingram.
Mark, it's your question. Completed in 2004, the world's longest continuous viaduct to be part of a metro line is on the elevated Line 1 of the metros of which Chinese city?
Shanghai.
Not Shanghai, no. Steve?
Chengdu.
Not Chengdu. Over.
Zhejiang.
Wuhan.
It's on the tip of my lips.
We all go a little mad sometimes is a quote from which famous Alfred Hitchcock film? We all go a little mad sometimes.
Psycho.
It is from Psycho. That's the end of round 6.
In that round, Collywobblers scored 3, making 32. And Cricketers scored 5, making 38. 38, 32.
Right, round 7. Great. The opening of the fourth movement of Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart's Eine kleine Nachtmusik is the theme to which long-running BBC Radio 4 programme?
There is a gap.
Mike, who became Justice Secretary following the resignation from post by Dominic Raab?
Gently.
No, over.
Come on, Greg.
Chalk.
Adam Chalk.
That's a great
What's it? Chris, what informal word for a short amount of time is used in computing to indicate the duration of one tick of the system timer? This is typically 0.01 seconds.
A flop.
Not a flop. Two.
GIF.
Not a GIF.
Jiffy.
Now, Gary, which artist was responsible for the works Aristide Bruant in his cabaret at the Moulin Rouge? Toulouse-Lautrec. Andy, adapted from a John Fowles novel, The French Lieutenant's Woman, stars Meryl Streep in the title role, and which other Oscar-winning actor as her lover? Between 2011 and 13, he played Pope Alexander VI in The Borgias.
Irons.
Show me irons for two. Steve, what was the name of Euclid's classic mathematical work, which included new definitions of odd, even, and prime?
The elements.
Elements for two. And Mark, originating from a Chinese fertility ritual, which water sport sees teams of up to 16 people, with a cox and a drummer, race each other in highly decorated boats?
Dragon boat racing.
Dragon boating, yes, correct. Pat, what is the capital of the Asian Republic of Kyrgyzstan? Bishkek. Two seconds. And then we're going to start.
In that round, Collywobblers scored 7, 39. And Cricketers scored 7, making 45.
Nice. Round 8. We scored 39 45. Great. Which Scottish Premier League football team plays its home games at the Tannadice Park Stadium?
Aberdeen.
Not Aberdeen.
Dundee United.
Dundee United. One to Mark. Mike, built in 1809 and one of the tallest in the British Isles, which lighthouse is built on the summit of a small island off the northwest coast of Holy Island, Anglesey?
Eddystone.
Not Stone team?
The other stack.
No, not the
Come on,
South.
Chris.
South Stack.
Well, no.
And Chris, your question. Starring Tim McGraw, Faith Hill and Sam Elliott, 1883 is a Paramount Plus miniseries that is a prequel to which American television Western drama series?
Yellowstone.
That's correct. 2 points. Gary, in which South American country is Quechua, Quechua, one of the 2 national languages? Not Bolivia, no.
Ecuador.
Ecuador. One to Mike. Andy, with the atomic number 76, which is the densest stable element, a rare earth metal that is extremely hard and is used as an alloy in fountain pen nibs?
Tungsten.
Not tungsten.
Iridium.
Not iridium.
Osmium.
Osmium.
Say Osmium because they mentioned crackles. Some reference to skip what we
C. Which cathedral city of Andalusia was formerly the imperial capital capital of Islamic Spain?
Cordoba?
Cordoba, 2 points. Mark, a Rochefort Trappist monastery in which small EU country has produced 3 namesake ales since 1595? Named 6, 8 and 10. The latter is so strong it cannot legally be exported.
What's the first word?
Rochefort. R-O-C-H-E-F-O-R-T.
Belgium?
It is Belgium. 2 points. And Holland man and Kilbjerg man, that's T-O-L-L-U-N-D and K-O-E-L-B-J-E-R-G are Mesolithic skeletons preserved in peat bogs that have been found in which European country? Their level of preservation meant that they were originally thought to be recent murder victims.
Denmark.
So it's Denmark, 2 points. And the round eight.
In the round 8, Collywobblers scored 6, making 45, and Cricketers scored 6, also making 51.
Liverpool.